Hi, and welcome to Craft Nova. Today, I'm going to be teaching you a really easy bracelet on the rainbow loom. And this bracelet is called a single chain. This is an example of one that I've made before. It is turquoise and white. And I've made another one that's black and white. And I do like as you can see, I like to put different colors with white, and I just think it looks pretty, and I have a bunch of these like rose jelly and stuff. But today I'm going to teach you with the colors yellow and blue. And this bracelet is fairly easy, and it doesn't you can learn it in like 10 seconds pretty much. It's pretty easy. And the items you'll be needing to make this bracelet is a hook, a loom, of course, rubber bands, and a clip. You need approximately, I'm not sure if this is the right number, but you need approximately 24 bands. So please gather your items and let's get started. So we're going to start off with the loom's arrow pointing away from us in the staggered position. So what I mean by the staggered position is the position when the rows aren't aligned with each other. And when I say the even position, that means when the rows are aligned like that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing tutorials with the staggered position, but just so you know, just in case, like when I use those keywords, I don't want you to get confused and stuff. So right now we're going to have them in the staggered position, the uneven one, and we're going to have the loom's arrow pointing away from us. Just going to put our hook to the side, and we're going to start off with our first color. I'm only using 2 colors, but you can do like a rainbow, or you can do the turquoise and white, or black and white, whatever, but I'm using 2 colors. So if you've never done a rainbow loom bracelet before, I suggest you use the same sequence. Then I can teach you, but whatever, it's your choice. So you're going to start off with the first band, going from the very middle first peg, the one with the arrow on it, if you have a loom with the arrow going up, because I'm using a rainbow loom, right? So first very middle peg, over to the right, like that. Super easy, not such big things to do. You're like, oh my god, what to do? And then, so that's really easy, and you're only using 1 band. Then you're gonna go towards the left from the peg you just put it on. So you're not gonna go like on top of it, of course. Like, you are gonna go on top of it, but you're gonna go towards the left, starting for the peg you ended on, like that. So that way the yellow rubber band is on top of the blue one, because the blue one's at the bottom, and the yellow's at the top. And then we take the blue and we go towards the right above the yellow. So now the yellow's on the bottom and the blue's on the top. And I think you get this, you get what I'm doing here, but just in case you didn't, I'm going to show you once more. So you go right, then left, then right, then left, and you keep going like that. And every time you start a new one, you're just going to go from the peg you ended on to the next one. So this time, the blue's on the bottom and the yellow's on the top. And then you're just going to keep continuing this pattern. So we'll fast forward from here until we reach this one. Okay, so as you can see, I've done the whole loom, and this is what your loom should look like after you've finished placing the bands. Just wait, don't take your bands off the loom yet, because you haven't really done anything. You just place the bands, because there's another step to this. Now we have to do the looming. Now your arrow should still be pointing up. Now you can turn your loom around so the arrow is pointing towards you, and the U's are facing, I guess, upside down for like the pegs. And if you didn't, well, you should have one more band because you need approximately 24, 25. But we're gonna take one band, just one. We're gonna put on 2 fingers, stretch it. Make sure you stretch it carefully and don't stretch it too much. You only need a little bit. Twist it and wrap it around wrap it back around those 2 fingers. It will be tight, and carefully place it on the last peg we ended on. So this one right here. Unless you stopped earlier somewhere, I like to go all the way because it makes the bracelet big enough for my wrist and a bit loose because I don't like tight bracelets. But I went through the whole thing and I placed the band on the very last peg, right there. Excuse me. And now it comes time for the hook. And it doesn't matter what hook you're using because this bracelet does not put any pressure on the hook. It's pretty easy. You can even use a dollar store hook, well, not dollar store, but I got a pack of bands and I got this really flimsy hook. You can even use that if you don't have a proper rainbow loom hook, but you just need a hook. And you're gonna start with the pointy part facing away from you, like that, and the U flat shape facing towards you, and you're gonna stick it in the cap band. That's what we call these, that we put on these. So just so you know, when I use the term cap band, that's what I mean, where you wrap around your fingers and then you put on the loom. So you're just gonna stick your hook inside. Make sure you go through both layers of that band. Grab the band, take it off, holding the capping band down, and basically just loom it forward. And you put the band wherever it's going. So my band went that way, so I put it right there. So you're going to go in that band again, pretending it's a cap band. Grab the bottom one, carefully take it off, and loop it forward. Just in case you didn't understand what to do, I'll show you once more. Go in the 2 bands, pretending it's a capping band. Grab the bottom of the band, make sure you grab it properly. Carefully take it off the peg, and put it on the peg it's going to. Like that. And if you try to do it this way without turning the loom, it's not going to work because you can't even pick up the band, right? Because this is on top, and if you try to pick this up, it's just going to become all loopy like that. So make sure you turn the loom around and the arrows are facing away from you, toward you when you're doing the looming. So once more, go in there, grab the bottom band, loop it. Make sure you're going through both layers of the band. And we're going to fast forward from this until we reach the very end. So let's do this. Okay, so now we've reached the end. And this is what your loom should look like once it's done looming. And it might look a bit weird once it's done looming. It might not even look like a bracelet. But trust me, when you take it off the loom, it looks really pretty. So now, as you can see, we ended over here. And there's no way to connect this end to this end without a clip. So now comes time for our clip. Make sure it's a good clip. You don't want it to break or anything. which normally clips don't. Anyway, we're gonna grab the 2 layers carefully, right there, and put them on the peg next. So we have this space over here, and then we can take our clip and just clip it on. After we do that, make sure it clips both of the layers on. If it doesn't clip both of the layers on, your bracelet's just gonna end up falling apart. So now you're gonna carefully take it off your loom. Make sure you don't give the band too big of a stretch, because you don't want to like stretch them too much and loosen them or anything, or break them if you think you have bad bands or something. But after you take it off, if you loomed it properly and you followed my, I think, very detailed instructions, you should get something like this. And what you're gonna do is just gonna take the other end of your clip and hook it onto the cap band we made. So that, as you will notice, the cap band looks like these 2 loops, and it won't come off because it's been connected to this whole chain of single bands. So it's pretty safe up down there. And you're just gonna take it and stretch on your fingers, or 2 pegs on your loom. I'm just gonna stretch on my fingers for now. And you're gonna take the other end of your clip, or just take the clip and hook it on. And that way it becomes a bracelet, and you can just slide it onto your wrist. And make sure you hooked it on properly, because you don't want it like the bracelet, opening when you're wearing it. So I think this looks really pretty. And comment down below if you don't have a loom and you'd like me to teach you how to make this without a loom, like your fingers or even the hook. So yeah, and like this video and subscribe if you find my channel interesting and you want to see a bunch of more videos and get emails and all that jazz. If you want to subscribe right now and like my video and give it a big thumbs up, and yeah. And I'll see you guys next week, and don't forget to comment. Bye.